Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Dad Arcade. Today we are in Lyons, Colorado at a restaurant called Oscar Blues. We're actually in the basement where they have had this little vintage arcade for many years. We've been coming here for a long time. I just want to give you a quick little tour of this place. Absolutely one of my favorites here in Colorado. We'll come around, I'll have the camera pan around here. We've got a Cruisin' World, which is an old Midway game, also Nintendo. It's a very fun game, but I like the more older games, is that a good way to say it? Older games, the vintage games like Donkey Kong. I've been playing Donkey Kong here for probably about 15 years, so we'll probably play that one today. We've got a Williams multicade here. It's got one of my favorites, which is Bubbles. Bubbles is on here. It's got Joust. You've all probably seen those. We've got another multicade here in a Galaga cabinet. It is like don't quote me on it, I think there's like 32 in one on this one. We've got a Turbo Outrun. We've got a Cabaret Centipede here. Also really fun, as you can see, 1980s. We actually have this in our personal arcade. This is a Versus Super Mario machine, and we need to work on ours and get it running a little better. This one runs a little bit better. It has a better screen than ours. Next to it is a big favorite. Back in 1981, we've got a Sega Gremlin Frogger right here. This one's going to need a cap kit on it. The frogs are red, so that happens. These machines are 40 years old, so 40 plus years old. Over here in the corner, one of the most popular games ever is the Miss Pac-Man, another favorite. And then we have one that's a little bit newer than these. It's a Tetris Cabaret, most popular game in the world pretty much. And then we have an Iron Man pinball, a Elvira and the Party Monsters, and then we have a Gorf here that's not working. This is also a cabaret. They've got some really cool vintage cabarets in this little arcade. We'll come over here and I'm going to play a little bit of Donkey Kong. Play a couple screens. I'm going to see if the camera can get the screen here. When you hear this music, it is going to bring you right back if you were my age when you were a kid. This is what all the arcades sounded like in 1981, 82, 83. So we're going to get a little game in. The screen's a little fuzzy. It's moving around a little bit, but it plays really well. And again, I've played this many years here. So the goal here, if you have never heard of Donkey Kong, if you're a young viewer, you're going to try to get to the top. The character, his name is actually Jumpman on this game, but you would recognize him as Mario. And you're climbing up these girders to rescue your girlfriend Pauline. Originally, this was going to be the main character on this was going to be Popeye, but there was a lawsuit with that and they were not able to do that, so they switched it over to Jumpman and Pauline instead of Popeye, Olive Oil, and Brutus. So we're going to finish up this scene right here. The goal here is to get all these little yellow spots, which are the girders, and drop Donkey Kong on his head. So I typically will follow a pattern here like this. One of my favorite YouTubers, John's Arcade, kind of follows this pattern. I like watching him do this. I've been pretty successful with it. We're going to try to get all these fireballs over to the left side and try not to have one of these guys drop on top of us. I'm going to climb up here to the top here. We are going to grab this hammer, we're going to take this guy out, and we're going to hope that this guy comes up, which he is. There we go, got it right there. We're going to hang tight here. We can't cross back over while we have a hammer or we'll die. Now almost everybody is trapped, except the one fireball coming up the middle. If you like to point press, you can jump here and push to the right. You can get high scores by doing this. look what we have. We had a fireball come up. We're going to drop Donkey Kong on his head, and we've saved his girlfriend Pauline. So that's just a quick little fun video on this old arcade. My dad arcade tip for you for this episode is, if you find a little arcade that has these vintage games, please support that. Support this hobby that has been around since the late 70s, early 80s. So again, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you like, and have a great day.